Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Wednesday, July the 24th. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded to YouTube. It's been about 10 days since I last posted a video, but we had the MLB All-Star break the week before, so there was no games. And then the last few days, I've been on vacation with my family, so I wasn't home, wasn't able to make videos. So it's been, like 10 days since I've posted on YouTube, which I don't know if I've ever gone that long without posting outside of COVID when there was no sports on. So feels a little bit weird to be gone for so long, but I'm excited to be back, guys. We got a big slate to talk about for Wednesday. It's a split slate today, so we do have some early games, do have some later games. Luckily, both the plays I'm going to give out in this video are from the later games, so hopefully by the time you're watching this video, you'll be able to get these props in. We got two plays for today, though, guys. We're going to talk through these two plays like we always do, share why I like them. But before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up and use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description. Or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, get your first deposit matched up to $100. And if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you're just picking more or less on player projections. You build out your entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, and you can win up to 100x your money. So if you guys do want to check them out, again, use that promo code NOAH. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100 over on Sleeper. But yeah, guys, we got some props to talk about for Wednesday. We're going to break down both these plays. We're going to share why I like them. The first prop that I do like for today is going to be a strikeout combos prop. So if you don't know how this works with Prizepicks, they have pitcher strikeouts combo. It's basically two pitchers. They combine their strikeout props, and then you can pick whether you think they go more or less than their projection, than their combined projection. So the prop that I'm liking is going to be Jack Flaherty and Tanner Bybee, and we're going to take them for more than 11 strikeouts combined. So let's talk through this prop for these guys and why I like it. So if we look at the individual K props for these two pitchers, you have Flaherty's line, which is at 5, and then you have Bybee's line, which is at 6. Bybee's line was actually at 6.5 earlier. It did get bumped down, but with the combo, Bybee could finish with less than 6 strikeouts, but this could still hit because Flaherty gets more than 5. Maybe Flaherty gets 7, Bybee gets 5, and you could still cash here. So there's a lot of ways that you can that we could win this prop. But I like the matchup for both these guys. Well, I don't like the matchup as much for Flaherty, but I definitely like the matchup for Bybee facing the Tigers. The Tigers have been a pretty high strikeout team kind of all season. So far this season versus right-handed pitching, they do have the 10th highest strikeout rate versus righties, 23.8%. Now, if you do look at a recent sample lately, the Tigers have been striking out a little bit less as of late. They're 17th in strikeout rate over the last 30 days. But Bybee did just face Detroit recently in one of his recent starts before the All-Star break and pitched really well. Did have 8 strikeouts in that outing. I think he's actually faced Detroit twice this season. His most recent start against Detroit, he had 8 Ks, and then he faced them earlier this season on May 8th, only had 5 Ks. But still, I think this matchup is pretty good for Bybee. Bybee is a really good strikeout pitcher with good strikeout stuff. This season, his strikeout rate sits at 27.8%, which is 82nd percentile. That's well above league average. So not only is Bybee a really good strikeout pitcher with good strikeout stuff, but he's in a good matchup against a Detroit team that does have a top 10 K rate versus right-handed pitching this season. So there's a lot of boxes checked here for Bybee. I definitely could see him getting at least 6 Ks, if not more than 6 Ks, and which is why I kind of like the first part of this prop. And then if we go to the other side with Jack Flaherty, now Jack Flaherty does get a tougher matchup against the Guardians. The Guardians this season and pretty much last season, historically, they have been a low strikeout team. So far this season, Cleveland does rank in terms of strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching. Let's see. Cleveland ranks, I had to switch it from right-handed pitching to left-handed pitching. So Cleveland, does rank 29th, so second lowest K rate versus right-handed pitching this season. If we look at a recent sample, last 30 days, last 14 days, it's pretty similar. But as of late, Cleveland has been striking out a little bit more, 21% K rate versus righties over the last 30 days, which ranks 22nd. 22nd. And then over the last 14 days, Cleveland ranks, they rank 25th in K rate, 20.5% versus right-handed pitching. So Cleveland is definitely a low strikeout team. But the line, Flaherty's strikeout prop, it already is factoring that in. His strikeout prop for today is 5. If Flaherty was facing Seattle today, his strikeout prop would probably be 7, 7.5. But clearly, the books have adjusted his line for this matchup. I definitely could see Flaherty going over 5 strikeouts, though. You look at his recent starts. Obviously, he's been crushing this line, because he hasn't been able to, or he hasn't been facing, teams like Cleveland. Now, he did face Cleveland in a recent start and only got 4 Ks. But man, Flaherty has been really good this season, especially with the strikeout stuff. He's got a really, really good strikeout rate. He actually has one of the best strikeout rates among starting pitchers. His K rate this season is 32.4%, and that's up there with some of the best pitchers in the league. That's up there with guys like Paul Skeens, Tariq Skubal. Like, that's up there with the best of the best. So Flaherty has shown elite strikeout stuff this season. He is facing a Guardians team that again has low strikeout numbers. But I think I'm going to trust the talent of Flaherty here more than anything. I know the matchup's tough, but Flaherty has shown an ability to get Ks even in tough matchups. And it's not like the Guardians won't strike out. I mean, we saw recently, I want to say it was a few days ago, Dylan Cease, a good strikeout pitcher, faced the Guardians. And Dylan Cease went out there and got 10 strikeouts against them. So if Flaherty's got his good stuff today, he can easily go in here and go into the start and rack up 7, 8 Ks without a doubt. I honestly kind of like his over 5 strikeouts too if you want to play that on Prizepicks. But for the sake of this video, I really like the combo, taking Flaherty and Tanner Bybee to combine for more than 11 strikeouts. But if you don't want to take the combo, honestly, I think Flaherty for more than 5 strikeouts looks pretty good as well. That's some prop that I do like too. But we're going to be taking this Jack Flaherty plus Tanner Bybee to combine for more than 11 strikeouts. And then the other prop that I like that we're going to talk about is going to be a strikeout prop, an individual strikeout prop. And we're going to look at Zach Eflin, 4 strikeouts. And I do like the over here, more than 4 strikeouts for Zach Eflin. And let's talk through this prop on Eflin and why I like this one. So Eflin, you look at his recent games, obviously it looks really good. There's a lot of green there. You do want to account, though, that this line is lower than normal due to the matchup against Toronto. It's kind of similar to Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty's line is lower today due to the matchup against Cleveland. Zach Eflin's line is lower today due to the matchup against Toronto. But Eflin is a good strikeout pitcher. Now, this season, his strikeout rate is way down compared to what it has been previously. Like this season, Eflin's K rate is only at 18.9%. But last season, he had a 26.5% K rate. He's historically been a guy that's had around a 20 to 24% K rate in his career. There was one season back in 2019, he had a K rate over 28%. Or excuse me, 2020, he had a K rate over 28%. His strikeout rate, though, over the last 4 or 5 seasons, it's kind of fluctuated. It's been high, it's been low, 28%, and then it dropped down to 22%, went down to 20%, and then it spiked back up to 26%. And now this season, it's down to 18.9%. So his K rate is definitely down compared to what it has historically been. But if you look at some of his recent starts, he's still been able to rack up strikeouts. I mean, he's also been kind of limited this season. Like, he hasn't been able to go super deep into games. Like, there was a start against Miami. He only went 4 innings, 55 pitches, 75 pitches. Like, they've been really keeping the workload down for Zach Eflin, like, especially at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, he was only throwing 75, 80 pitches per start. Now, he was still going. God, dude, they just bumped the combo prop. That's super annoying. I guess we could still take the combo prop there. You don't get the push equity with the line at 11 versus 11.5. If they finish with 11 Ks, it would have been a push versus now at 11.5, you need them to get 12. I think we're going to still roll with the combo prop, but you can see, man, it's super frustrating. Lines are going to bump on you. I was literally making a video before. I had to make a whole new video because both the lines that I was going to give out got bumped. So this is kind of the frustrating part of being doing content for Prizepicks, is because lines are going to get bumped on you all the time. But we'll still take the combo prop at 11.5, even though it just got bumped to 11. Again, I talked about earlier, if you don't want to take the combo prop, I still like Flaherty for more than 5 strikeouts. You could take that instead. I think that's totally fine. But yeah, we're going to talk. We'll talk about the Eflin prop and just kind of why I like this one. We kind of already talked about it. Eflin, has been a pitcher with decent strikeout stuff previous seasons. This season, his strikeout rate is way down. But again, some of that could be due to him maybe not pitching deeper into the games, being kind of on a limited pitch count. But as of late, we've seen Eflin be able to go deeper into games, throw more pitches. Prior to the All-Star break, he had thrown at least 90 pitches in 4 out of his last 5 starts. He's been able to go deep into the game, 7 innings against Pittsburgh, 6 against Washington, 7 against the Yankees. Prior to the All-Star break, he had some tough strikeout matchups against the Yankees, who he had to face twice. He had to face Washington. Those are teams that don't really strike out much against right-handed pitching. He racked up 6 Ks against Washington, 6 Ks against the Yankees, faced the Yankees again, racked up 5 Ks. So Eflin has still shown the ability to get Ks lately, even in some tougher matchups. He has already faced Toronto twice this season. In one start, he got 5 Ks. In another start, he got 3 Ks. The start, he got 3 Ks. He went, let's see, yeah, he did go 6 innings, but again, was pulled at 75 pitches. And then when he got 5 Ks against Toronto at the very beginning of the season, he went 5 2/3 innings, 5 Ks on 81 pitches. But like you look at the start, he went under against Toronto. He only threw 75 pitches. I think today Eflin probably throws 85, 90 pitches if things are going well. Maybe even more than that. He did throw 103 pitches in a recent start against the Yankees, which is the most he had thrown all season. So the leash is getting longer on Eflin, which should allow him to obviously be able to rack up more strikeouts if he's just going to be able to face more batters. And I know this matchup against Toronto is a bit tougher. Toronto this season, in terms of strikeout rate, does have a pretty low K rate versus right-handed pitching. They do rank, I believe they rank towards the bottom of the league. They rank 25th in strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching. As of late, though, Toronto has been striking out a little bit more against right-handed pitching. Over the last 30 days, they're actually 16th in K rate, 22.5%. The matchup's not great for Eflin, but I don't think it's actually, I don't think it's like the worst matchup ever. And 4 strikeouts does feel like a low line for him here in what is a matchup that, he should be able to rack up 4 strikeouts in. So I do like this as our 2 props for today, guys. Jack Flaherty and Tanner Bybee to combine for more than 11.5 strikeouts. You guys saw that line literally bumped on me as I was recording this video. It was 11. It's 11.5 now. I think at 11.5, it still looks okay. You don't get the push equity. If they finish with 11, it would have been a push versus now if they finish with 11, it's a loss. So it's obviously the value there is not as strong, but I still think at 11.5, I do like the over there. And then Zach Eflin, more than 5 strikeouts. That's our second prop for today. So this is what I'm liking for today, guys, for Wednesday's MLB slate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped. Let's try and hit both these plays today. Let's make some money on this slate. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you hit that like button down below if you enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on the slate. We'll see you in the next video.